Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan.
Drip, snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go.
Hey everyone, I'm just finishing getting set up here, and then we're gonna begin. And this is not a normal stream by any means whatsoever. This is not what I want to do today. This is not what I intend to do today. I hope that we can at some point do normal content today, because you know me, I'm not about drama, I'm not about bullshit. But it seems like at this point, sadly, this seems to be my only avenue of what I can do. I don't want to do what I'm about to do. I really don't. But I have to. Because at this point, it seems like I'm not getting helped by anyone. And if this is what I have to do to try to get help for my situation, then I guess so be it. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do, quite frankly. And I think that when many people hear this situation, they're going to be shocked and startled and be like, what the fuck? And it's going to freak them out as much as this whole thing has freaked me out. Because it's not funny at all what's going on right now. Okay? It's really not. It's, quite frankly, it's terrifying. Let's put it that way. All right? So, let me go ahead and finish my setup here. And then we're going to begin. Now, I'm just going to forewarn all of you, because there's going to be different people joining the stream over the day, I'm sure. I'm just going to forewarn all of you that likely the internet is going to go down when I'm doing this broadcast, and there's nothing I can do about it, apparently. If that's the case, just stick around, because it doesn't stay offline. It comes right back, but then it's going to go off and come back and go off and come back or whatever. And there's, you know, again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be recording the entire time, and I'm going to upload this so that you will actually get an uninterrupted feed and exploration of it as well. Okay? So, just so you know, okay? Because, yeah, I know a lot of people are going to probably not tune in because I said, oh, it's not this regular stream, it's an emergency stream. So you just know a ton of people are now going to tune in. And what's going to happen is my internet's going to keep going off, right? Of course. So, anyway, I'm going to get started in a minute. I have absolutely no idea what we're doing today. Once I explain the situation, maybe it'll make more sense, and then, you know, we can talk. But right now, there's really no way to negate what's happening. But you'll understand once I explain, okay? All right? So we're going to get started in a moment. All right? This is no bullshit. Now, here's the thing. If you guys go ahead and, you know, contribute or whatever, thank you. Yes, that would help a lot today, because I can't even do a normal stream like I normally would. Right now, I'm supposed to be doing the podcast, and then I'm supposed to play Super Mario RPG, and I can't do that. Okay? I can't. So, I need to explain to you what's going on so you understand, and hopefully, this stream and or video will spurn someone to do something. Let's put it that way. It'll convince someone to move their ass and do something about this at this rate, okay? So we'll see. We'll see what happens, okay? But, you know, I wish I could do my normal content today. It's obvious I can't. As you know, my stream went down twice when it went live. I wasn't even on the stream. I was just setting it up, and it went down twice. So, as you know, at any moment's notice, the stream could go down. And I'm going to start, like I said, I'll start recording, so that way it'll continue to be a video if it goes down or whatever during the stream. Okay? Sound good? There's no way I could tell you everything before it goes down. Like, it's a story I have to tell you. Because it's actually a pretty fucked up situation that I'm finally aware of. And now have the evidence to say this. I know what's happening. But it's a really fucked up situation that needs to be resolved immediately. But I'm not getting immediate help. So that's why I have to explain to you guys, because I can't even work. It would be one thing if it's something you can ignore. How can I ignore it when I can't work? Right? If I can't stream, and I'm a full-time live streamer, I can't do my job. So I can't make money. I can't pay my bills. So obviously, this has to be treated with the utmost urgency. I can't do anything else. If I start playing a game, my stream will just keep going down anyway. Right? All right? So are we good? And by the way, I fully know that this is absolutely going to get clipped and shared all over the internet. When you hear this story, you're going to be like, what the fuck? Okay? You are. You're going to be like, what the fuck? Like, no way. Because it's that crazy. Okay? And I hope, quite frankly, I hope that's what happens. Because if everyone starts talking about this publicly, then maybe I'll get some help. I mean, I think that's what it's going to come down to. It's to the point where I need to get help. And it seems like this is going to be the only way that I can get help. Because I've went through all of the normal avenues you're supposed to go through to get help. And no one's helping me. At all. Okay? Okay. Alright, so when should I start? Because I see a ton of people are joining. Not surprising. There's probably more and more people who are going to be joining here. And again, I want you to understand, for those who contribute, I absolutely will do shout-outs. I just have to do it at appropriate times. So if anything comes in, you will get a normal shout-out, and I would appreciate that because I can't do my normal content today. I couldn't have a normal day yesterday because of what's going on. Well, you're going to see what kind of help I need, Lucky Gremlin. You're going to understand when I tell you the story. Okay? Okay. Alright, shall we begin now? With over 700 viewers and climbing? Because there's probably going to be a lot more. Just saying, there's probably going to be a lot more. Because this is so weird. You know, how often do I do something like this? Well, maybe I should just begin. Thank you, DCJ, for becoming a member. I appreciate that. Okay, I've had enough of this idiot. You're out of here for good. Okay. Are we good to start? All right. I'm just going to preface this again as I'm about to begin, because I will begin now. The internet likely will go down and I won't be able to tell the whole story. You won't hear it, but I'm going to be recording this. So if you're listening and all of a sudden it goes down and it comes back and it goes down and it comes back and it goes down and it comes back, which it likely will, I'm recording and I will upload this after, so that way you can hear the whole story in its entirety. And like I said, hopefully people will share the story so that people know what's going on, and that basically this will be handled. Okay? All right, are we ready to start? Okay. All right, here we go. Hello, my name is Phil Burnell, more commonly known as DSP or darksydephil on the internet, and I run a YouTube channel called DSP Gaming. It's been my job for over 13 years at this point, and I'm a full-time internet content creator and live streamer. Although I am a long-time content creator and streamer, sadly there is a malicious community of people that follow me around the internet who don't like me. And they've done things over the years to hurt me and my family because they don't like me, for various reasons. But that's not why we're here today. I am broadcasting a special stream and recording this for YouTube as a way to document what is going on in my life right now, and as a cry for help, because I need help right now with this situation, and it seems like absolutely no one is willing to help. So allow me to explain what's going on, because to be clear, I don't like drama. I didn't want to make this video. I'm supposed to be doing my standard broadcast today. As you can see, here's my setup. I'm supposed to be doing a podcast, playing a video game, and I'm not unable to do that because my internet has been compromised and keeps getting interrupted or reset. Okay? So allow me to tell you a story, because I need to tell you the background story in order for this to make sense. However, my internet likely will go down while I tell this story, and if it does, I am recording this locally and will upload this to the YouTube channel after the fact so that you are aware of what's really going on in its full entirety without being interrupted. Okay? My tale I'm about to tell you is going to sound very creepy, and it's going to sound very weird, but it's very true, and I have evidence to back it up. Okay? So, over the years, as I have been a live streamer, here on YouTube, as I said, there's certain people who don't like me for various different reasons, and we're not here to discuss that. What we're here to discuss is what I've been through. Because over the years, on and off, I have had internet issues. My internet all of a sudden resetting and going down out of nowhere. Things being messed up in my modem. And there's been multiple times over the years where I've had to involve my ISP, who is Comcast. Now, Comcast is the parent company. They have divisions. Xfinity is the division that is for residential service, but I have 2 business line internets in my home. Okay? So I deal with the Comcast business portion of them. I don't deal with anything Xfinity whatsoever. So if I have a problem, I have to call Comcast business customer support and go through that process. All right? Now, they're a little different. They have 24/7 support, but if you call after hours, you end up talking with someone who's across the globe, who doesn't have the same access and or power to do things as if you call during business hours. So technically, even though they have 24/7 support, if you call after normal, like office hours, they can't help you with anything. Okay? They just, okay, well, tomorrow something will happen, right? So anyway, there's been many times in the 9.5 years now that I've had Comcast business where something's going on with my internet and we can't figure out what the deal is. Is there something in the lines? Is there some malicious activity going on? Most of the time what ends up happening is a tech comes out to the house. They look at the modem. They look at everything. They can't really figure anything out. A lot of the times we just do like a hard modem swap and it fixes the issue. Or we think it does. Okay? I have not had any consistent internet issues in a while. So, because this person is maliciously doing this to me over and over. Okay? So right now, as I am talking with you, the internet just reset. Okay, now I think it's coming back, but it's going to keep doing that. Watch, it's going to keep going out, coming back, going out, coming back over the course of the stream, as I told you it would. All right, so for those live, you're coming back. This is going to happen multiple times probably during this stream. There's nothing you can do about it. If it happens, just deal with it. It should come back within a minute or two. Okay? Okay? All right, but I'm recording locally, so I'll keep going now. All right? So, here's what's going on, and here is basically how all of this came to light in the last 30 days or so. Okay? So, it's kind of weird because every once in a while, all right, every once in a while, something very weird will happen at a very important time, right? I'll be in the middle of something very, very important. Like, I'm on a podcast that's super important. Or, I'm in the middle of a great big marathon and there's important stuff going on. And all of a sudden, my internet will go out. And everyone's looking at it like, what? Well, isn't it weird that Phil's internet always works until there's like a really important thing going on, and then all of a sudden it doesn't work, right? Like, what's going on with that? So it's weird because everyone's, saying, is it paranoia or is it just that, it's bad luck? Like, what is it that's actually going on, right? Don't know. We don't know what's going on with this. What's causing it, all right? So, if you guys remember, a little over a month ago, I want to say it was October 26, 2023. Because, by the way, today is November 28th, 2023, just to document the date and here. About a month ago, my internet kept going out during a live stream. And no one could, what is going on? Why does it keep happening? There's one thing if there's a blip in the line, because when there's noise in the line, you'll see the internet connection go like this. It'll be like, oh, you're in the green, now you're yellow, now you're red, now you're orange, now you're green, now you're yellow, now you're red. It'll just keep going like this, right? But in this case, all right, the internet just goes flat out, dead, signal drops, then has to reconnect, then signal drops, then has to reconnect. So this has happened to me before, and I'm thinking it's a DDoS attack, or DDoS attack, meaning someone somehow has gotten my IP address and they're sending packets of data to knock me off the internet. But the weird thing about that is when you get DDoS attacked, you can see that in your modem or router settings. Like, you can go inside of your modem or router and you can actually look at settings and you can see, oh, packets of data hit the firewall or whatever. So you can tell when that's happening. There's actually evidence of it. And there's no evidence of that. All right? So that whole day, I was trying to figure this out. We couldn't figure it out. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to work or whatever. This really sucks. So if you remember, the next day was my day off. It was a Thursday. But then Friday, I had a Comcast business tech come out here. What happened was that afternoon, I called Comcast business. I explained the situation to them. And, of course, they say, well, we don't know what's going on. We can't tell from our end. I mean, no kidding, right? All they can do is remotely test your modem. You know, run a few tests. If you wonder what I'm doing, I'm decompressing my back. They could run some tests. They could do some things remotely to try to figure out what's going on, but they don't really have the ability to do much. You know, it's really, they have to have a tech come out to your house. And I will tell you this, techs that are, you know, under Comcast usually are very intelligent, very nice people, and they do their absolute best to help you out the most they can when they're at your home. Okay? So, they sent out a tech that Friday to my house, all right, in order to look at what was going on with my internet. So this would have been like October 28th or something like that, okay? And you guys know, because I was on the stream, and I said, okay, when the tech's here, I'm going to go offline or whatever. So the tech showed up, ran, you know, testing everything, trying to figure everything out. He's like, there's nothing wrong with the lines. There is nothing wrong with your modem. He says, so let's go into the modem and look at settings and things. And he goes in there, and he's like, what, you know, what is all this? Like, do you know what any of this stuff is? And I'm like, I don't know what this stuff is. All right. So what I would like to do, so to show you the first piece of kind of evidence of stuff that's going on with me, this is what he finds inside of my modem. You ready? Now, I don't know how big this is going to be. I'm probably going to have to blow it up. Okay. So the bottom is just, it shows what devices are connected locally. There's no information there that's important. But what you should look at is the information at the top. Someone had gone into my modem, all right, and actually set up content blocks, content filtering, all right, in order to prevent me to go on certain websites. And they blocked certain words inside of my modem, all right? So they wanted to prevent me from going to YouTube. They wanted to prevent me from going to Twitter. They wanted to prevent me from being able to access my PayPal. And they wanted to block the words Twitter, Phil, and DSP Gaming, so I would have no access at all to that content. All right? So, I mean, of course this was confusing. Here I'm thinking my internet's going down. It's not. Someone actually went into my modem and changed the settings, unbeknownst to me, without my permission, to filter content. Okay? And you might say, well, that's creepy. Yeah, it is. Because you got to wonder, who has access to the modem? Well, when you think about it, who would? Me? Or my ISP, Comcast? That's it. There's literally no other way that you can get into that modem. All right? No way. And the thing is that you could argue, well, maybe you've had that modem for so long, someone got the information. No, I've swapped modems multiple times and everything. Right? No. And so I went ahead with that Comcast tech and we looked at the logs, and in the logs, it says right in the logs of that modem, it is a Comcast employee that logged into the modem and made those changes. It says it right there. It doesn't say customer login or anything. It says their own rep login. They did it. Okay? So, we have the evidence. You know, plain as day. We have evidence that this is happening, that someone at Comcast, someone who is employed by that company, my ISP, has access to my modem and is going into my modem and changing settings and doing things. Okay? So this was October 28th, okay, that this happened. And basically, the tech that was here was dumbfounded. He's like, dude, I've never seen anything like this before. Obviously, this is crazy. He called his manager, who's the regional tech manager out here in Washington or whatever, told him the whole story. He, of course, was dumbfounded, had never heard anything like this. He says, so here's what we're going to do. He says, there's two things that can be done. He says, number one, we're going to obviously launch an investigation into this, okay? And we'll let you know, you should get a call or whatever. Or, he even gave me the regional manager's number and said, you can call the regional manager as a follow-up, if you're not hearing anything concrete from us, to say what's going on, we'll let you know. Okay? So this was October 28th, I was told this. Now, the other thing that you can do, if you absolutely are in a situation here where, it keeps happening, you can go buy your own modem. Like, you can go buy a cable modem that's not ours. And if you buy a cable modem that's not Comcast, then it's your own property. They can't log in. They can't mess with the settings. They can't do anything to it because it's not our modem. So you have the option to do that. And I'm like, yeah, but is it really fair that I should have to go out and spend hundreds of dollars to buy my own cable modem to avoid this? Okay. Right? So, and by the way, can I disable ads on this fucking thing? I'm going to try to disable, anytime I see an ad, I'm going to try to disable it, because it's more important to me that you guys hear the story than ads run on this fucking thing, okay? But we'll see what happens. Thank you, Freaky Professor, for the super chat. Thank you to the Jostler. Like I said, I'll do shout-outs. I appreciate that. But obviously, this is an important story. This is just the beginning of the story. This is just the very beginning, okay? So, here's the thing. So this tech leaves my house, and I start to think to myself, wait a minute. What about all those times over the last few years when all of a sudden my internet would go out when I was in the middle of something important? And it dawned on me. The Side Scrollers podcast. When I was on that podcast in March, all of a sudden my internet went out exactly the same way that it was going out then. It just went off for a minute or two and then came back. And that was when all that crap went down on the Side Scrollers podcast, if you remember. You remember that? That came back, and all of a sudden now Keemstar's on the show and all this drama and all this shit's going on. Right in the middle of my interview. And I'm thinking to myself, that's exactly what happened. This is some kind of a malicious person at Comcast who works for the company, who doesn't like me, and actually has been striking down my internet and fucking with my business over the years whenever they felt like it, because they thought it either was funny or it would hurt me or whatever it was. Okay? So, basically, it's now dawning on me. I'm like, I can't believe this. All right? But this is absolutely true. What's going on? This must be it. What else could it be? How is it that every time that something important is going on, my internet goes out, right? So, this is all happening in my head. Now, this was October 28th. Okay? Since October 28th, I had no internet issues. And I'm thinking, gee, maybe this person wised up and realized, oh, well, if I keep doing this, I'm going to get caught, right? Like, I'm leaving a trail. Because there's a trail. Like, you can see a login from an employee that says they logged into the modem. The evidence is there, okay? So, basically, I'm thinking, maybe this person wised up and they're going to try to cover their tracks. They're going to try to make it so that this is happening and they don't want to make sure that they don't get caught, so that way they don't get fired or, let's be honest, be arrested, because this is malicious. This isn't just, oh, we're messing. This is malicious stuff that's happening, right? So, nothing's been going on for the last month, but what happened in the last month? I got really sick. I got a really bad cold, flu. It might have even been COVID. So for like over a week, I was knocked out. So I didn't follow up on any of this going on because I was too sick. By the time I came back, I was trying to play catch up and everything with the business. So, to be honest, did it really did I forget about it? No. But I was so already wrapped up in everything else. And by the way, my internet was going fine, no problems. So I'm thinking in my head, all right, so it's not a big deal then. I'll just, maybe they took care of it. Maybe they did this internal investigation. They checked the logs. They found out who it was. They got this guy. And they kicked him out of the company, and it's all said and done, it's fine, right? So maybe that's the case, and maybe we're all good now, right? Okay. No, that's not what happened, okay? Because now I'm going to tell you something way worse, all right, than everything else that just happened, all right? So get ready for this. So it's Wednesday, my day off last week, all right, the day before American Thanksgiving. So that would have been what? Like November 22nd, I think? So it's November 22nd. It's my day off. And all of a sudden, right in the middle of the day, all the internet's screwed up again. And I'm like, why would it be? It's like 2 p.m. my time. I'm like, why don't I have my day off, right? Would the internet be going out or whatever, right? It doesn't make sense. Like, it's weird. I'm not broadcasting. It would be one thing if I was broadcasting a special holiday event or something. Why is my internet going out again? All right? Now, just so you guys know, one thing that the tech had told me, he's like, if this happens again, you can easily go into your modem, change the settings they've messed up, or if you want to do it the easy way, just do a factory reset. Just if you do a factory reset of your modem, it knocks out anything they've messed with and sets it back to default, and you'll be okay. Okay? So I go into my modem, all right? And this is that Wednesday, and once again, they've done it again. This is the same picture I'm going to show you, but just to reiterate, this is basically what they did, is they did all this again, okay? A second time. And I'm like, whoa. So it's a month later, and they're doing it again. Now, I'm trying to put it in my head, why would they be doing it on Wednesday, on my day off before Thanksgiving? And it dawned on me. This is a Comcast employee, okay? This person only has access to do this stuff certain days of the week and certain times when they're working. So likely this employee wasn't working on Thanksgiving, wasn't working on Black Friday, and I'm pretty confident they don't work weekends. It seems like this is a person who works like day shift during like Monday through Friday, but of course it would have been the holidays. So it would have, they wouldn't have had access. And what I'm thinking is they know I'm going to do a Thanksgiving Day stream. They know I'm going to do a Black Friday marathon. So they're going to put this in place and try to screw up my internet the day before all that, before they're out of the office. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking in my head, that's probably what it was. They want to do it out the wall. Okay? Out the wall. When they're going out the door is what I meant to say. They want to do it before they're out the door for their holiday weekend, right? Now, I fixed it. Again, what I did is, I did myself. I did that factory reset, and I fixed both modems. By the way, it was both modems. It's not just one they're doing it with. It's both modems that they're doing this to. Both of my business lines. As I said, I have 2 lines of business internet in my home. So they screwed up both modems, and I manually did the reset to both modems to fix them, okay? So that now I could have internet again. So if you didn't notice, I didn't mention this at all. I didn't mention this on Thanksgiving. I didn't mention this on Friday. I didn't mention it at all over the weekend because the thing is, I don't want to give attention to trolls, okay? But what I did is I had the regional tech manager's phone number, and I called him and I left a voicemail, and I said, I'm sure you're probably not there because it's right before Thanksgiving, but I want to let you know this is still happening. So I don't know what, investigation was launched a month ago, but here we are, later, and nothing's happened. It basically, this person still has access. They're doing it again. And obviously, this isn't very good. I need you to look into it. I need you to call me back. Now, I don't know if you're on vacation, but call me back as soon as you get this message so we can talk about it and figure it out. So that was on Wednesday, okay? That was on Wednesday of last week, all right? So, as you know, I streamed all week, no problems, okay? No problems at all. All weekend, everything's fine. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yesterday, Monday. So think of it. Person works at Comcast. They're only working weekdays, but they had a holiday weekend. Monday, when they would have been back in the office, the crap hits the fan. Okay? I mean, this is like now we're getting really effing serious because now you ready for this? What happened? Okay, I'm going to tell you what happened. All right? You ready for this? First of all, this happened. They went to my modem, my Comcast modem, and they enabled the Wi-Fi, and they decided to name it Insulting Things. Now, the problem is, this is publicly visible to everyone who's in the area and is driving around looking at the internet. They can see that this is available networks now, okay? So they did this. That was number one. That was the first thing they did, all right? Now, as you guys know, my internet was also going on and off yesterday. So what they were doing is while I was broadcasting my normal stream, they were resetting my modem over and over, just pressing the reset button over and over so I couldn't continuously broadcast, okay? So if you didn't notice, I started to ignore them. I was like, listen, if we can't keep, streaming a game, then maybe what we'll do is we'll play something different. We'll do it like I have to finish a game. I have a lingering game going on right now, and I'm like, maybe we can do the final hour of that. And even if the internet goes out, no big deal. It's only an hour, So I guess that pissed the person off because the person's like, wow, Phil's really not giving me any attention. So what did they do? I'm going to tell you what they did. All right. Now this is where it gets scary. All right. This is where you're like, you got to be fucking kidding me. So listen to this. Since they weren't getting any attention logging into my modem and screwing with my internet, they logged into my business account itself, meaning all of the information that you have in your business account, including your name, your address, your phone number, your email addresses, your payment information, and all of that, your modem information. It's all listed in there, okay? They proceeded to not only go into there and mess with all of my information, which is against the law, by the way. You cannot do that. They also, get this, without my permission, took money away from me and made a payment towards my Comcast internet bill for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. That's fraud. That is identity theft and fraud. You cannot do that. That is a crime. That's not, oh, I'm messing with someone's internet. That's an actual serious crime. Okay? You cannot fuck around like that. And this person thinks at this point they can get away with anything. Okay? Because they've been doing it now for how many years? It's been a month since the October incident. Comcast has done absolutely nothing about it, right? So, there you have it. Okay? Now, before you say, well, what evidence do you have? Well, I'm not going to show you my payment information, and I'm certainly not going to show you anything that's private, but what I will show you is what they did to my account. Would you like to see? So they logged into my account, and they changed the name on the account. They changed the email on the account. They basically changed everything, okay? So there you go. All this information was changed to be trollish information, okay? So not only did they do all of that, as you can see, all the information changed to be troll stuff, right? Then they also, like I said, made a false payment in hundreds and hundreds of dollars towards me, okay? So this is obviously awful, right? This is not, okay, someone's messing around anymore, right? It's not. This isn't. This is, whoa, someone is seriously trying to hurt me. They're trying to take money out of my accounts and put it towards stuff that it's not supposed to be towards, right? And that's the problem. Like, that's horrible. Like, anyone could mess with my accounts now, right? If they have this access. So, that is why yesterday when I was live on stream, I basically had to go offline. Like, if you remember, yesterday when I was live on stream, even though I said we were going to continue to stream and ignore the nonsense, I had to go offline because I had to immediately contact Comcast and say, you have to stop with all of this going on right now. You have to stop this payment. You have to stop this access, whatever it is. You have someone who could steal all my money out of my account. So immediately what I did is I called them. And the person who, I got from billing basically said, all right, I'm going to remove everything. So he removed the payment information. All that stuff's removed from my account now. So there's no way that they could keep processing payments in my name. Okay? Thankfully. So at least that's done. All right? But the problem now with that is now all my stuff's messed up. I'm on a contract with Comcast that they call it an auto pay discount. Meaning if you have your account set up on auto pay, you put your account information into their website, you set it up, you get a discount. Now I've lost my discount. How's that fair? Did I do anything wrong to lose my discount? No. It's their own messed up system. Okay? So, I was on the phone with Comcast yesterday for 2.5 hours. I talked to billing. I talked to customer, it's CSA. It's like customer security assurance, which is the fraud department. Okay? So first I talked to billing, and billing's like, we can't stop the payment yet. What we're going to do is tomorrow we're going to look into it and see if it processes or not. And if it doesn't, we can try to stop it. If not, we'll keep the amount that you need for your bill anyway, and we'll credit you the rest. It's going to come right back to your account within a few days. I'm like, that's fair enough. Okay, that's fine. No big deal. But, you know, I need to have this so that no one has access to my information anymore. And they said, okay, so we're going to put you over to the fraud department. I explained the whole thing to the fraud department. And the fraud department says, okay, so here's a ticket number. I'm like, okay, I don't know what you want me to do with this. What are you going to do? Well, we have to file it. We have to escalate it. And I said, but what are you going to do? Are you going to call me? Are you going to follow up? Well, we don't know. All I'm doing is taking your information. You know, we don't know what's going to happen. But we'll take all your information and we'll look into it. Okay? So he puts me on hold. I'm not kidding you. The agent puts me on hold for 30 minutes. Okay? 30 minutes. Saying he's going to come back and tell me the results of all of this. He never comes back. Instead, he transfers me to the residential customer support department. And the person on the line that I'm talking to says, I don't know why you're with me. I have no idea why you were transferred over to me. Because this, you know, I can't help you. This is obviously an error or the guy's messing with you. He says, so I'm going to put you back over to customer support. He puts me back to the guy in billing. And the guy in billing's like, I just talked to you for like 45 minutes and helped you as much as I could. Why did they put you back to me? I don't know. I don't know. I don't work for you. You know, I don't know what they're doing. So then he says, all right, I'm going to put you back to fraud. He calls the fraud department and he argues with the fraud department for 30 minutes that they're supposed to be helping me. Why did they put me in a circle? Right? Like, he's mad. The actual billing agent is pissed that this person in fraud seems to be blowing me off and not helping me. Okay? So he's actually arguing with him behind the scenes, and finally they put me back with fraud, and the fraud guy says, all right, so what we're doing is, you know, we're going to have this filed. You have your ticket number. Yes, there's going to be a serious escalation that will be taken seriously, and we'll be contacting you about it. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want to transfer you over to to the tech support. Why? Well, maybe tech support can help you. I said, I know they can't help me. All right, whatever. Transfer me over. So they transfer me over to tech support. I explained the situation. Oh, we can't do anything. No kidding. But what we're going to do, we're going to file a ticket. Oh, good. A ticket? You're going to file me a ticket. Huh? Okay. So they file a ticket, and their end, where it says everything going on with the modem and how this person has the power to mess with my modem and all of that. Okay? So, all right, I guess, right? Fine. But will anything come of that? Who knows? Now, in the meantime, I call the regional manager of tech support twice. I actually had called him before, during the day when this was all going down. I had called him and left him a voicemail saying, hey, I know that you're probably just getting back from the holiday, but this is a serious issue. My internet's going down again. I need your help. And then I called him after 2.5 hours of being on the phone with everyone else, left another voicemail. I say, hey, so just so you know, now I've been on the phone with fraud. I've been on the phone with everyone. Everyone says they're filing tickets, but no one seems to be able to help me. So what am I supposed to do when I need to broadcast tomorrow for work? I need your help. Please call me back ASAP. Okay? Now, in the meantime, I'm not the kind of person to just sit around like an idiot and let this happen to me. I'm a go-getter. I'm saying, okay, so rather than just sit around and let this continuously happen over and over and over, I'm going to do initially what I was told to do a month ago by that tech. I'm just going to get a new modem. So I went on Amazon and I bought a modem. Rush. Send me a modem right now. And they did. I got a new modem last night during my late stream that's not a Comcast modem. Okay? So it's a brand new, fresh modem. It has nothing to do with Comcast whatsoever. All right? And I hooked it up. But with Comcast, you can't just have your modem work. You got to call them, and you got to give them the data off the modem, and then they set it up, and then it works. So I had to call them late. It was like 11 p.m. last night, and I'm calling them. And, of course, I'm trying to get this done, right? And there you go. And then they do it, and now it works, right? So now my internet's working, all right? And it's not on the old modem, the Comcast modem anymore. It's now on this new modem, okay? This third-party modem, all right? Great. So now I should have no issues, right? I should be in the clear. they shouldn't be able to access the modem because it's not a Comcast modem. They don't have the credentials to log into the modem and mess with it. They can't change the wireless settings. They can't put on filters. They can't do any of that crap, right? And by the way, obviously, I probably should have a new IP and I should have all this. It's all different because remember, the thing that happens with Comcast modems is really silly. It always seeks out the same IP address, but when you swap modems, you get a new IP address, okay? So, you know, there you go. Now, so all that, you know, goes down or whatever, all right? And I'm like, okay, so today, hopefully, number one, hopefully I'm going to get calls from Comcast. I'm going to get support. They're going to help me. I'm going to wake up in the morning, and I'm going to have multiple departments who are on this, who are working on this and escalated it. Because when you call Comcast, oh, sir, your security is of our utmost concern. 100%. You have to understand, your security is our biggest concern. Okay? That's what they say. Now, this is someone who has access to my modem, someone who can mess with my business on a daily basis, and someone who has access to all of my business information and my payment information and is filing fake payments, committing fraud, which is a crime, and I have it all documented, that it's all happening. I've saved all the information to prove that it's happening, and I filed claims with this company. I've got 3 voicemails in with the regional tech manager. So you know they're going to be right on top of this, right? Now, in the meantime, just to show you that, again, I'm not a slouch on this, I actually even contacted Xfinity's social media team. And I said, I don't know what to do in this situation. And they said, you got to go to the fraud team. I said, I did. Just so you know, I contacted that fraud team and I filed claims or whatever. I don't know what's going to happen, all right? But that's what they told me. Like, that's all you can do is you can contact the fraud team and that's it, all right? So, I wake up this morning, bushy-tailed and bright-eyed. I'm ready for the day because I'm feeling positive. Things are going to go good today, right? And I check my phone. I got no emails. I got no phone calls. I got no voicemails. Nothing. Zero. Nothing whatsoever from anyone. Okay? Am I surprised and shocked? No, I'm not. But you would think that a company that takes your security so seriously, and we have documented evidence that fraud just occurred with their system, that they would probably be on it to prevent anything further from going on. I mean, we're not just talking someone's messing with you. We're talking this could be a legal issue for them. Because my security has been compromised, and it seems to be their fault. There is an internal employee doing all of this. Okay? Well, I'm like, all right, well, I'm not expecting much, but you know what? Maybe today I will get contacted and, you know, and maybe they will handle it. I don't know. But anyway, I can stream now. Right? Right? So I turned on my stream this morning, and within a minute of it being live, the person resets my modem. So what this tells me is, even though Comcast doesn't have access to that modem, like they can't go in that modem and change its settings, they've got a reset button. And they could just hit it whenever they want. They could press it right now during this live stream. They already did. They did before, and they could do it right now again. That they have the ability to do this whenever they want, okay? Which is absolutely stupid because it's not their property. I didn't give Comcast permission to mess with my equipment. So what gives them the right to do that, right? I didn't ever give them the right to do that. You know what I mean? So they shouldn't have that access. And according to the tech that was at my house in October, they shouldn't have had access. But apparently they at least have the ability to reset the modem. Because that's what they've been doing. They did it multiple times this morning when I was just turning the stream on. And I'm like, so I can't work. So I cannot do a live stream of gameplay. I cannot do a podcast. At any point during any stream, they could just keep hitting the reset button like this, right? So, I mean, I'm going to be honest here. I got a few questions for Comcast, and I would love to get answers on this. Number one, how do you have a company, all right, where you have employees that you don't monitor what they're doing? You don't have any audits of employee activity to see that there's no malicious stuff going on. What level of power are you giving your employees that they can log into modems, change settings, log into business accounts, see all the data, change all the data without permission? That's the other thing. There's no levels to prevent any of this. Apparently, they give their employees an insane amount of freedom. Okay? And the funny part is, like I said, this is proven, because some people are saying dumb stuff in the chat. It's a hacker. No. The tech looked at this modem when they were here in October and said, no, this right here shows this is an employee login. He says there's different. He says if it was a customer login, or, you know, if you see different levels of login, he says this is an employee login. That's what that is. It shows it right there. That's the...
I got the drip going. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.